Let's talk about Hitler.
That'll make sense later.
I'm immaculately conceived.
I don't know what to do.
I swear I'm not stupid.
Take it or leave it. Sometimes you just want to leave it.
If I gotta borrow my mom's underwear, I'm borrowing her underwear.
You just, yeah.
Misa likes the Jar Jar Binks.
I'm not gonna edit it out.
Oh no.
I don't know. Like, I think it was pretty great. Just staying on the
Sucks to
planet.
suck.
Why are you saying it with a question mark?
Clap, bitch.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Action.
And we're live. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jessica.
And this is Why Are You Yelling? Welcome back to another F1 race review. Today we are talking about round 20 of the 2025 F1 season, the Gran Premio de la Ciudad de Mexico, a.k.a. the Mexico City Grand Prix. I butchered that all the way up.
Good job.
I said Mexico right.
Mexico.
Okay. We can get to our podium finishers. I'm like immediately just go into it.
Go.
Just go.
So our podium, we have Lando Norris, Charles Leclerc, and Max Verstappen.
Ayo.
That was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Lando said goodbye.
He
left.
literally got ahead and just said, peace out.
No,
I'm
he
gone.
literally just left.
He said, "Shoo."
So what did you think of this race before we get into all the juicy bits? Because we normally say that.
I remember most parts of the
we
race.
drank. We had margaritas and they affected us the next day too. That's why we're filming a day late.
Yeah. So I remember parts of the race. Some of it I had to remember after the fact.
Yeah.
Like I had to watch some recaps and stuff like that, like some race highlights and whatnot. I thought it was good. There were some fun moments. George Russell kept it spicy on the radio, so I was happy about that.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, and there were some cute little moments happening here and there. Cute little moment.
What was cute?
They went 4 wide in like turn 1. That was nuts.
That was actually nuts.
People were lawnmowers cutting across the grass.
Yeah, there was quite a bit of that.
It was not cute when Lewis Hamilton dropped from 3rd to 8th.
You know what? Let's get into our constructor standings. So, Ferrari has overtaken Mercedes for 2nd place in the constructors by a single point.
Ooh, a single point. Which we kind of guessed that would happen.
Yeah. So Ferrari has 356 points, while Mercedes has 355 points. And Haas has overtaken Sauber for 8th in the constructors. So we had some movers, thanks to Oliver Bearman getting his 4th place. Haas has jumped up. So now in the driver standings, we do have a new championship leader.
Hey.
Lando Norris has finally overtaken Oscar Piastri to be the leader in the Drivers' Championship by a single point.
Yes.
He has not led it since April. So Lando has 357 points, while Oscar has 356 points. So it's still a nail biter.
And Max is still not that far behind.
No, he's 30 points behind now. I think is what they said.
I think this is, again, going to be a season where it goes down to literally the last race.
It's crazy.
I mean, it could be a case of like it switching back and forth.
It's 2007. It is 2007. That was the season of Alonso and Lewis. This was Lewis's rookie year. And they won, and Kimi Räikkönen ended up winning the championship, but it was all on the line. You had the 2 McLaren drivers, and they were at each other's head. Who was number? It was a whole. I mean, literally, I think they compared it to that when they were doing the pre-race show. They did there's a lot of echoes there. It's insane. Oliver Bearman has went from 18th to 13th. So
big jump for Ollie.
Yeah,
I mean, he just killed it this weekend.
I mean. That was crazy. He made me happy again because I was very depressed. I mean, I actually was just kind of like, I'm done. I'm literally done. That was devastating.
Yeah. So we can get into it.
Yeah, we can get into oh God.
We'll talk about our fun facts.
I'm just trying to mentally prepare myself for Lewis Hamilton has done blah, 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 blah. That's a fact I hate. And
that's not a fun fact.
Nothing's fun about it. I'm like, okay, I'll just
Don't you worry. I've got something for you. We'll get into my favorite segment, as everyone knows, our fun facts.
Yes.
Lando Norris's winning margin of 30.324 seconds was the biggest since Hungary 2023, when Max Verstappen won by 33.731 seconds.
Wow. That's crazy because that's also the race he was like a minute behind at this year.
That Max was a minute behind the winner.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Lando killed it.
I mean,
Lando, listen, we can't make fun of his starts. Well, we still can later, but like right now, we cannot make fun of his starts.
I mean, he, as many people have said, did not put a foot wrong all weekend. I mean, he did it. He got the job done in qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
He did what a lot of people were calling his career best qualifying lap ever.
Yeah.
Where it was as close to a perfect lap as he, I think, has ever gotten.
Yeah.
And he even noticed that it was like really, really good.
Oh, yeah. Because afterwards he goes, I don't even know how I did it.
Yeah.
I just did it. It happened. I don't even know how I got there.
And, that's, to me, indicates being in that sort of flow state. It's like when everything is just going the way it's supposed to go, you almost sort of like zone out, and it like you zone in and out at the same time, and everything just happens the way it's supposed to happen.
Well, you're one. You're just one with your car.
You are one.
It's cool.
Yeah.
I was happy for him.
Mm-hmm. And then he took it. The race went home. I mean,
See ya.
Gone.
Yeah.
I mean, the race start was a little spicy. It was a little. I mean, he kept the lead.
Yeah.
But we had 3 wide. We had the 2 Ferraris and Max, literally side by side in one of the corners, and it's like seeing like the still shot of that moment is crazy.
It's crazy, and I'm like, I'm bitter as hell. I am so bitter. Because even people who love Charles, it is no hate toward, I love Charles. I don't understand how he didn't have to give the position back when you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
What world? I think there was just too much going on, and the stewards were like, oh, if they had to look at it now, they'd probably go, oh. But like, it just was what it was.
Yeah,
it just was what it was.
Often in the first couple corners of the first lap, there's a lot of forgiveness because that is the closest the drivers are pretty much ever going to be to each other, all bunched up together. So it's just very chaotic.
That was exceptionally chaotic.
Yeah,
I'm like, I get first, like, turn, corner, whatever situation. I get that. That was just, and that was something I didn't even notice till later when I was rewatching stuff today. I'm like, I'm sorry. What?
You have to like rewind and see who was where when they went off track.
Yes.
And then it's like hard to even know where they would have been
you
or
have
where
to
they're supposed
literally
to
watch
be.
every single person like
frame
individually.
by frame.
And you're like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts. I'm like,
it's like, okay, wherever you joined back in, that's where you're at now.
That's George Russell. George Russell's like, okay, I guess y'all just get to go where you want. Y'all ran off the damn road.
He was pissed. He was like, do we just not have to stay on the track now?
I agree with him. Everything George complained about this weekend, I'm like, this has made me like you more.
Mm-hmm.
You're growing on me.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. We can just do whatever we want. Okay. That's cool. We just, whatever.
Yeah, he made a good point, too. He said that if there was a gravel trap there, it wouldn't have happened instead of just being grass. It's like, oh, you can just cut the corner with the grass and not be penalized for it. Okay. Which, I mean, Lewis was penalized for a different incident in different corner. But
the only one.
Yeah.
The only one.
Who got a penalty.
I'm not disagreeing with it. I just don't see how he was the only one.
Mm-hmm.
In all the scenarios that happened. But anyway, good job for Lando. He didn't have any incidents because he just left.
Yeah.
He just was like, all right, I'm done now.
And just stayed ahead.
Yeah.
And we've talked about before how it's like you wonder if that being that far ahead and not seeing anybody else on the track until you get into like lapping people, like how boring is that? Like, are you happy?
Yeah, I
are you are you just kind of like doing whatever you want? Are you daydreaming, or are you completely focused on putting like pedal to the metal and still executing like perfection?
Oh, I think it's that because I think it was Lewis once that said, because they were like, what do you do when you're up there by yourself, blah blah blah, and he's like, I just kind of envision I'm chasing something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still keeping that energy. I'm still like,
trying to perfect the lap almost, I would think. Because if like, he's like, I can imagine him being like, well, in qualifying, that was the best I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do better?
Yeah.
Can I be better than that? Let's see if we can hit a perfect lap in the race.
Or seeing like, and it's like, in a way, I would get so much satisfaction from seeing how much time I'm gaining on the person behind me every lap. And that's how I would just stay entertained.
Mm-hmm.
Is being like, how far can I go? Like, how, like, I'm going to make a goal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can I get 33 seconds? I did more.
Can I gain a second per lap?
Yeah.
A half a second per lap?
Like
2 seconds per lap? Like, what are we talking here?
Exactly.
How far can we push the car?
That's what I would be doing.
Yeah.
I would not be bored. I would be like, peace out.
I mean, I guess.
If I'm Lando in this moment, I'm definitely like, thank God.
Yeah, that's true. I guess the satisfaction of the win and all that stuff. Because I just know me. I'm competitive, but I need to be like directly competing against somebody. I'm like, I feel like I would enjoy more battling against people and like challenging and trying to get the overtakes and like stuff like that.
I think you would, but I do think that if you had a lot of people doubting you for months and months and months and kept talking about how horrible you were at race starts and how like you need to get it together, I think you would, just knowing you, because I would be this way too.
Be like,
I would
my dust.
Yes, I would get a level of satisfaction of shut your mouth. Because bye. That was crazy though.
But the haters fuel you, Lando.
Oh, and they booed him again. Stop it. It's so rude. It is so crazy. Stop doing that. That's all. That's so rude. Can you believe people do that in person? That's crazy.
I just
like, why would you do that? That's so mean. And I'm not even the nicest person. I'm far from the nicest person ever, and that's mean.
I mean, when we've been at like Formula Drift events, we've booed like the judges. But it wasn't. But the boos were never directed at like the other driver. That you know, if they got a decision over the driver we preferred, it was never directed at the driver. We may have disagreed with judges and booed at judges.
I've only booed one driver, and that was because in Orlando, I don't remember which year it is. There was a driver, Justin Pollock. No hate towards him, but in the moment, he like went out on track, drifted, even though he thought something was wrong with his engine, and it was, and then it bled oil everywhere, and it fucked everybody else's stuff up. And then I think. Yeah, it was horrible. It was really awful. So I do remember going, what the? I think I booed him. But like not like a quiet boo to yourself where you're like, not like an actual screaming one. That's crazy behavior. That's not nice.
Yeah. But
I think Lando kind of laughed. That was kind of funny. He's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of funny.
I mean, you kind of almost have to brush it off and be like.
At that point, I'm just going to go boo louder. Because I still won. I'm going home with my trophy.
I'm going to cry tears into my champagne, and my trophy.
You don't like me? I don't really care.
Let me cry while I'm standing up here on the top step of the podium. As we mentioned, Lando Norris retook the lead in the Drivers' Championship. And he retook that lead 189 days after losing it at the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. This was McLaren's first win in Mexico since 1989 with Ayrton Senna.
Ayo, the GOAT. There he is.
Yeah. Gotta represent.
I need a bigger picture, I think.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight. I'll fix it. But
we'll correct it.
I'll fix it, I promise. I'll fix it before next week or Brazil.
Oh, for sure.
Fix it before Brazil.
Gotta get a bigger frame.
Yes. For the GOAT.
This was Lando Norris's 6th win of the 2025 season, one behind teammate Oscar Piastri's 7 wins.
It's down to the wire, man.
I'm so excited for the rest of the season. And we only have, this is 20 and there's 24 races. We only have 4 races left.
Then what?
Then what do we do with our lives?
We just go watch old ones.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I put on, what was it? I think 2010 for you.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's fun. We do have other things we can talk about during the break.
We have other things, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So.
But that's gonna suck. But it's gonna suck though.
Don't worry, we'll still put out content during the break. It'll just be different.
It'll just be a little different.
Yeah. So moving on, with P2 for Ferrari, Charles Leclerc achieved back-to-back podium finishes for the first time since Monaco and Spain. It was Leclerc's 3rd consecutive podium finish in Mexico City. So apparently he goes real good in Mexico. Ferrari have now gone a full year without a Grand Prix victory. Not a fun fact.
Nobody feels the need to say that about Sauber or Alpine. I'm just saying.
Well, or
Williams.
We're used to them not winning, though.
Yeah.
And you could make the argument we're kind of used to Ferrari not winning.
At this point, we have to keep...
We've already gotten, we're used to, sprinkles. We're used to, little sprinkles of Ferrari magic.
Yeah.
Occasionally happening. And usually it's, the driver. It's usually Charles Leclerc or, the past couple of years of Carlos Sainz pulling it out the ass somewhere. Just, the win.
The end of the year last year, they were, on it, though. And it was very misleading for the rest of us this year.
We jumped on that Ferrari chain. Woo, woo!
I didn't have a choice. I honestly feel like Lewis just kidnapped all his fans and he's holding us hostage to Ferrari. Because I'm like, go Ferrari! Oh my God.
You've joined the circus that is Ferrari, the Ferrari fandom.
It's just somebody's just I'm being held against my will. It's sad. But Charles did good. I mean, I feel like I did notice on the start that I thought was it's not funny. But it's interesting because it's he basically had the choice. Who am I gonna? He gave Lewis the room, and then he Max squeezed himself off track.
Listen, Max wanted to bitch about like they pushed me off the track. I'm like, Max, where were you gonna go?
To be honest, he didn't complain as much as he could have because it was Charles.
Yes. I also think he was like he knows that they didn't do anything wrong, but he still is obliged to complain on the radio.
If I'm wrong, I'm complaining.
It's part of the game to bring it to the steward's attention. Yeah. Like they all overly complain about things they maybe don't need to. But he was just like, they pushed me off track. I'm like, Max, come on. Where were you gonna go?
I expected everybody to move out the way. Clearly. They saw me coming. They didn't move.
Charles is like, I'll give Lewis the room because Max won't hit me.
I'm gonna give, and honestly, Lewis might. I don't know. Him and Max had a little bit of contact. Lewis was over it. I think he got over it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him.
He got a penalty and was like, Mitch, what?
Well, he got it after that too. Yeah. But I just think, I just really wish him and Max never had to be near each other again, if I'm being honest. I
love when they're near each other on the track.
I hate it. I hate it a lot because it's my two faves. And in that moment, I'm like, one of you's got to go. Like, one of you
have to pick a side.
And it's picked. It just is what it is. So, but no, Charles did good. And he, once all the drama was over, he was gone.
So Charles did good, but he is currently winless for the 4th time in 7 seasons with Ferrari.
4 times. So he's had 7 seasons with Ferrari.
Yes.
This is his 4th season out of all those seasons of being winless. So he's had 4 seasons with Ferrari where he's never won a race.
Yes. That's 4 out of 7. So that's the majority of the time he has been with Ferrari. He has not won.
Because he's always got podiums, though.
Yeah.
That's good. That's okay, Charles. It is what it is.
We'll bounce back. We'll get him next year.
Hopefully.
Moving on
to Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen.
He was kind of like, he was a little nuts this weekend.
Yeah. So Max Verstappen's P3 for Red Bull was his first podium finish in Mexico that was not a win. He has 5 victories there.
Dang, poor Checo. Always, whenever they were teammates, he's always stealing it.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Bless.
This was Max Verstappen's 6th consecutive podium finish this season. He only scored 5 podium finishes in his first 14 Grand Prix.
Max, what did Alex Jakes say? He's driving it like a trolley or whatever he said.
Shopping trolley. No,
trolley.
It wasn't Alex Jakes. Was it Joyland?
No, it was Alex Jakes that said it.
Was it?
Yeah.
One of the F1 announcers
one of them
said that he was driving the car like a shopping trolley. And it
was too funny.
I love that.
I remembered that.
Just like,
he was like, I have to go. Get out the way. It was like the first time, because like Max is always aggressive. Max is always like an intense driver.
He's always going to be elbows out, aggressive, the last on the brakes if he can help it.
This was the first time, though, I felt like sometimes he's been kind of relaxed with the whole championship talk.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't given it much, like he's not really feeding into it. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. Whatever happens type of a thing, right? This was the first time I'm like, oh, I'm not saying he doesn't want it, but this was the first time you could tell like he's wanting to fight for it. Like it's
within his grasp now.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh no, I have a real shot. Because before, up until the last several races,
it's almost like, okay, that'd be funny and
it's
cool.
Like, it'd be like, yeah, I'm going to do my best to win every race, but like the driver's championship may not be my ultimate goal at this point because I don't even know if that's realistic with this car. Because Max is not someone who comes across to me as overly pessimistic or optimistic. He's very realistic.
Yeah.
He's very sort of neutral and it just is what it is. And
for sure,
the car made a turn. They saw some increase in performance. He's winning races and all of a sudden he's within 30 points of taking
crazy.
The lead. So, I mean, it's not. And then the McLaren's drivers started having some issues. Oscar Piastri has taken a nosedive off a pier. Like, don't know what's going on with him. And Lando has been doing better.
Yeah.
But I mean, still the McLarens are not what they were.
No, not at all.
Their clear dominance at the start of the season, the other cars have now caught up to them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see the switch in Max's brain being like flipped.
Yeah.
And him being like, oh, no, I want this now.
Yeah.
It's within my grasp. I'm going to literally drive people off the road and become the Max Verstappen of old.
Somebody asked him, they were like, so how do you feel about people basically saying he's not the same as he was in 2021 and some of those other things? And he's like, I literally meet the exact same person. Nothing about me has changed. And he was like, you just stay yourself and people, I guess, accept it because whoever you are is always going to shine through. And I literally am the exact, I think nothing has changed about me. And I was like, oh, love and hate that.
He still got that dog in him.
No, yeah. I just am like, love that for just not Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Just let it go. Just let him pass. Like, don't hit him.
No. He will never.
No, it's just Charles.
Yeah. Moving on to Oliver Bearman.
Dude, I screamed.
Literally.
I actually screamed.
Screaming, crying, all of it.
I couldn't even believe it. I literally could not believe seeing that Haas pass Max Verstappen. I was just sent to another universe. It was so much. And so much happened at once. It was like, I think that's around the time Lewis got the penalty. But yes, it was. Because it was around, yes, that's where it happened. And so I see that happen, and I'm like, there's no way, right? And then Lewis a few minutes later gets the penalty, but Ollie's passing Max. It was too much. And I was screaming because I was like, that's a baby. That's one of our babies.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie just killed it.
It was awesome.
I mean, that is just,
I loved it.
It's a case of where when you see it, you're like, he's fourth on the leaderboard, and you're like, wait, has he not done a pit stop yet? Like, has other people done their pits? And you're like, why is he up there? And you're like, oh, no, he's up there on pure merit.
Yeah, because he qualified 10th. And he went for it, baby. Oh, my God.
I mean, just great. Love that for him. Love that for the Haas team.
Love it.
Yeah, so he got P4, which tied the Haas team's best ever result in their constructor history.
Yes, because they've never had a podium.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
So the last P4 they got was Romain Grosjean at the 2018 Austrian Grand Prix.
Wow.
Yeah. So he tied their best result ever.
That's crazy. I love it. It was so, oh God, he was almost on that podium. We would have had three.
We would have had three rookies on the podium in one season.
Brazil was crazy last year. You never know.
Yeah.
But I know who I'm pulling for. But anyway, we'll get there.
We'll get there. Where are we at?
No, but Ollie killed it. And the whole Haas garage was so happy. It was so cute. It was just, that's when it's okay to cut to the family, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
That was fine.
His dad was so excited. And then they did, he was doing the interview in the media pen afterward. And so then his family walks up and his girlfriend is there. And so then I guess Ollie didn't see them. And so then the interviewer mentioned, oh yeah, your family just walked up. Your girlfriend's over there. And so Ollie looks at his girlfriend. She's crying, in Ollie's dad's arm, so comforting
cute.
her. And then Ollie's
comforting her because she's like, I'm just so happy.
And then Ollie starts to get emotional too, and he tells the interviewer, "I wish you wouldn't have told me she was over there because now I'm gonna get emotional." And it was just like, oh,
it's so cute.
It is. I love that for them.
I do too.
They're all just so happy.
I love it.
So Ollie had never previously completed a lap in the top 6 of a Grand Prix until this race.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he had never completed a single lap in the top 6.
Dang.
Haas had only completed 30 laps in a podium position in their entire constructor history.
Okay, so just holding a position for a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Because he was third for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oliver Bearman's 2.3 second pit stop was Haas's fastest of the 2025 season.
Wow.
Good for them.
That's a really good pit stop.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Haas they were
on it.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Bearman. I don't know. I guess we'll talk about Esteban at some point.
Ooh. Shady.
Well, I guess. He did come in P9, so I don't know if there's any fun facts about him, though. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sure there are.
Maybe. Oliver Bearman gained 5 positions in the Drivers' Championship today.
He did it today. Just now.
Yep.
You're hearing it here first.
On Tuesday. 2 days after the race.
Yep. No, good job. What's crazy is how, the midfield is so they're separated just by a few points, and how literally just finishing 4th can be the reason you're now closer to the top 10. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oscar Piastri, driving for McLaren, finished P5, and it was his best ever finish in Mexico. He lost his championship lead by 1 point, as we mentioned earlier. And that's the fun facts for Oscar Piastri.
I don't know there's much to add. It's just, I know he did say something of like, we need to figure out like one car's clearly fast. We need to figure out why I'm not. And I just am kind of like.
What's I think the most concerning, which I think it was James Hinchcliffe brought up on the F1 TV broadcast, was that Oscar, they've tried to ask him like, what's going on? Is it the car? Is it different? Did you change something? Is it you? Like, is there a lack of like, what's going on? And Oscar's like, the car feels pretty much the same. He like just doesn't know why it's so different and why his performance has been different. And they said that's probably the most concerning part, is that if there is something different happening with the car, he's not able to understand what it is or even observe.
He can't feel like it's not enough front end, too much back, or there's too much over or under. Like, it's not, you would think like you would at least go, it just doesn't feel the same. But then to say it feels the same is kind of like, well, it's not the same though.
Yeah. He said there's nothing that he can tell that's different about when he's driving it. So then that leads you to believe the only other option is that it's him that's different and not the car, and that he's driving it differently. Or maybe he doesn't have as much confidence in the car or in his own ability, or I don't know what it is. I mean, he doesn't strike me as the kind of person that lacks confidence in what he can do behind the wheel.
He doesn't strike me as somebody who would be honest either.
Yeah.
Like, not saying he's a liar. I just mean, like, I think anything he feels that's
would be
internal.
guarded.
Yeah, he's like, this is my business. Versus, like, Lando's like, I just didn't do good enough, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think there's two different approaches to it. But, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where I could see maybe the car setup, but at the same time, it's weird to say, I don't even know. It feels the same, but it's not performing the same. And I'm like, well, that is odd.
So, I mean, it's anyone's guess. It's all, everybody's giving their opinions on why they think his performance has dropped so much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone, the internet just thinks Zach Brown's like there to sabotage him, which is just silly.
Literally. Everyone is, it's pure conjecture online. They're like, oh, McLaren's sabotaging their own driver for the sake of their other own driver. And it's just like, what are you talking about? I just don't see in what world that would be the case. I mean, that would be some major conspiracy shit.
That's the problem. People are online too much,
I guess.
It's one thing to make a joke about it because it is funny because Lando is Zach's favorite.
Yes.
They've known each other forever though.
Yeah, and like Zach is literally the one that was helping guide Lando and shepherd him into Formula One.
Yeah, but it's also like, it's not like, and then people tried to say that he didn't have anything to do with the decision of bringing Oscar on, and he's like, yes, I did. What are you talking about?
He's the CEO of McLaren Racing.
Exactly.
He didn't have an opinion or want to sign the driver that they signed. He has the only opinion that really matters when it comes to who's going to have what job on that team.
Yeah, I don't
He's the ultimate end-all be-all say-so. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I think it's harder for people to accept that sometimes, what's it called when gymnastic people, the yips?
The yips.
The yips.
Golfers get it too. Baseball players get it. It's called the yips.
He's got the yips.
All of us, there's something else for, it's a different name for gymnasts, because gymnasts, it happens sometimes Simone Biles talked about it.
Yeah.
You lose your place in the air when you're flipping. And so you have no perception of where the ground is. And so you have no confidence in doing the flips that you're doing because you don't know how you're going to land.
Yeah.
And so sometimes it just happens. And with baseball players or golfers, sometimes they just get the yips where all of a sudden, for no explainable reason, they start sucking ass.
He's got the yips.
It's got the yips.
If he says the car feels the same, then Oscar's got a case of the yips.
Yeah. And I don't see, some people have suggested, oh, well, maybe it's the pressure of leading the championship that's getting to him. It's like he's been leading the championship for 189 days. If you would think that if there was going to be pressure, if he was going to feel it, he would have felt it when he was first leading the championship and not after he's been successfully, defending that lead for a good chunk of the season. So it's like, why now would that happen?
Well, I could see the pressure mounting when you got the lead and you were getting kind of a comfortable-ish lead. And then Lando has slowly but surely just been creeping up. And I think that could cause you some pressure where you're like, oh God, like it's almost like maybe you felt confident that it just was what it was, that Lando wasn't going to outdrive you because he hadn't been. And then all of a sudden he is. And you have to figure out how to cope with that. And suddenly you're like not doing as great. So I could see where maybe this had the pressure did grow. If you felt for sure, where it's like, all right, well, I might have this in the bag. And all of a sudden you don't. Yeah. Especially the closer Lando was getting. Probably like the past 2 races.
Yeah, I was trying to pull up his oh, that's Lando's. I don't want his. I was trying to pull up. So I was trying to look up his finishes and like his record so far this season to figure out like where the fall off happened. And it looks like it happened starting with Azerbaijan. So he had, in all the previous races, the rest of the season, very first race he finished 9th. And
yeah, that was because of the rain and he spun out and all that. Yeah.
In Canada, he finished 4th. Every other race he has podiumed or won this season so far. And then or up until Azerbaijan where he DNF'd. And then we had 4th place in Singapore and then 2 fifth place finishes in a row in Austin and then in Mexico.
Are these tracks besides because this is only Oscar's 3rd year, right?
Yeah. In Formula 1. Yeah.
I would be curious to know, are these all the tracks that Formula 2 and 3 don't frequent?
Could be.
And so he has less. I'm pretty sure it's Singapore or Baku that, no, Singapore was the girls. F1 Academy was at Singapore. When's the last time F2 raced? Did they do any of those? And that's not fair to say every other year they didn't. So I guess that's conjecture.
F2 does race in Azerbaijan.
Okay. I don't know that they did in Austin. At least I know they didn't last year.
They do not. F2 does not race in Singapore.
But is that just this year or overall? Because I don't know that their calendar is always the same.
It's not been a part of the F2 calendar since 2013.
Okay, so yeah. And then what about Mexico?
I was looking at Austin, Texas. Formula 2 does not drive in Austin, Texas.
So they did in Baku. They did not in Singapore? Ever?
No. What? Since 2013.
2013. That's Singapore. And in Austin, they haven't.
They do not. And then, what was this? Mexico.
I bet you they don't because that track's rarely used.
Yeah, they'll drive in Mexico, which they did as part of the mandatory rookie sessions. The testing. They do an FP1. They did that, but it wouldn't.
He wouldn't have been like doing any. If he would have tested an F1 car during that time, he wouldn't have been doing race pace stuff. He would have just been doing whatever.
Yeah, they don't race in Mexico.
So all the track, for the most part, besides like, I guess Baku being the exception, he doesn't have as much experience as everybody else on because Baku is the one they race at.
What happened in Baku? Why did he DNF that race?
That's where he ran into the wall. He qualified. Remember, he crashed or he did really bad. Like he got to Q3 and then he messed up qualifying or whatever. And then he ended up, and then he had the fault or the anti-stall. And then, why did I think, I didn't think that was Baku. I thought that was Singapore, but that if he DNF'd, then it had to be Baku. So then he ran into the wall. He was messed up. That's when they, marshals felt bad and they gave him like a protein bar and a banana. They just put him in a corner.
Oh yeah, he crashed out in lap 1 in Baku.
Yeah, like first turn.
Baku fucked him up.
The first turn. But I'm saying all those, besides that track, everything else he has less experience on than everyone else.
I mean, it could just be that it's a coincidence
100%.
that this run of form has happened at these particular tracks.
Yeah.
After the Baku thing.
Yeah.
It could just be coincidence.
Could be.
We'll find out. We'll see how he does in Brazil.
I think they race. Will F2 race in Brazil? I bet you they do.
Yes.
Okay. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see. Me, if he does well, I'm like, my theory's been proven.
Well, it says that they've done Brazil in the past, but they are not this year.
I wonder if they did when he was racing. Anyway, I don't know. It would just be interesting to like kind of compare that because I mean he's still a relatively new Formula One driver.
Yeah, so to reiterate, he is still only in his 3rd season of F1.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully Oscar's form improves.
Yeah,
for his sake.
I'm like, I don't know who I want to win a driver's championship more, Oscar or Lando. Like, who would I root for more?
I don't know. So is this just the McLarens? Like, Max isn't in the picture.
Yes, just the McLarens. Who would you root for more?
Lando. Right now, yeah.
Okay.
I don't like, at this point.
It would feel a little more, I think, earned for Lando because one, he's been in the sport longer. He's been with McLaren
Also,
through,
when the car wasn't good.
He's been with McLaren through the down times. And he's also gotten so much shit and criticism in the media.
Yeah.
That it would feel a little bit like redemption for him.
Yeah, that's where I'm leaning towards now. Because, I think Oscar is a future world champion, but I just think this particular year, I'm going to be happy either way. But I definitely am pulling for Lando a little bit at this point.
Yeah, I can't help but think that if you're a Formula One driver, like, you know that you're not always going to have the car that can win a championship. And I think it would almost feel like this was my only year. This might be my only chance.
Yep.
Because you never know with, contract negotiations and the way cars are developed and going to new regulations and the driver market and all this stuff, all these different things that come into play. You might not be on the right team at the right time when they have the car to win it and you be the driver in it. Like, it could be a one season shot that you have it.
Yeah.
It could be. This could be Oscar's only chance to win it.
I think Oscar's so talented. If he realizes it's not McLaren, then he would find the team. He would find the team, and they would sign him.
Yeah, I mean, he was discerning enough to not sign with Alpine and say, "Fuck that, I'm with McLaren." He was discerning enough to not just grab the first F1 seat offered to him.
Yeah, it's kind of like, bro, I got to do what's best for me, man.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to Kimi Antonelli. He finished P6 and beat his Mercedes teammate George Russell in a Grand Prix for the first time this season.
Kimi did good. I mean, I think the Mercedes, they were just, both of them really just had to keep their elbows out and stay where they were as much as they could. They really didn't have pace to overtake anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So George was, oh God.
Is it because it was hot?
I feel like there was just a lot of issues. I mean,
was it hotter here than in Singapore?
There's just not enough air. There's just not enough air. Yeah. Kimi, I mean, they were kind of just paralyzed where they were. Both of them were, honestly. I mean, there's really, besides just kind of, they swapped positions at one point when George thought he had the pace. He didn't. And then they swapped back, and that's pretty much as exciting as it went. Kimi had a bad pit stop, too, so that sucked.
Yeah, so George Russell finished P7. Mm-hmm. It was his worst Mexico result since joining Mercedes in 2022. And his radios were killing me.
Oh, my God. As you can tell.
Yeah, I've got a effing McLaren up my beep.
I mean, there were times where I'm like, did I hear that right?
Yeah. He was sassy.
Mm-hmm.
He was giving long, soliloquies, just monologues on the radio. And we're just like, why are you talking so much?
Dude, he wasn't playing. He was He was his own lawyer in that moment.
He was presenting
his case, and here's the evidence.
Let me pass Kimi. I've clearly got the pace. Let me try and make up some positions. If we want to get a podium, let me try. And if I can't do it, I'm happy to give the place back.
I love his engineer, though. His engineer was like, I'm not, it was kind of like GP and Max. He's like, I'm not entertaining this.
Yeah. He
goes, George, you got to cool the tires down. They're too hot. And he's like, he's like, I get it, but you literally need to cool the tires down. I'm just going to say what I said again. And then, to be honest, that's why he couldn't overtake Ollie. Because his tires were cooked.
Lewis Hamilton.
Stop. Just don't even go anymore. Just skip to the next person.
Lewis Hamilton's P8 finish for Ferrari was his worst Mexico finish since 2018.
So basically, it's Ferrari's fault. Because even when he was in the bad Mercedes, apparently he finished better than that.
Yeah.
I can't even deal with it.
Yeah, that was probably the low light of the whole race, was that we were so optimistic after qualifying.
My God,
Lewis qualified P3.
Beautiful.
We were like, we could have a double Ferrari podium. This is what dreams are made of.
We were
living our Lizzie McGuire, Hilary Duff, Rome fantasy.
And then that happened.
And then it got crushed because Lewis just lost the plot and decided that he wanted to get a 10-second penalty and then finish P8.
I'm going to punch you in the face. I'm going to actually attack you.
Going to leap across this table.
And I'm going to attack you. Yeah, but the penalty.
That penalty just first screwed him.
I'm not saying he didn't deserve the penalty.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think he was the only person that deserved a penalty.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're handing them out, then hand them out.
Yeah.
But don't be picking and choosing who's getting them. Because I can think of 2 other drivers who probably deserved them. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Lewis didn't get it either. He was very upset.
I would be furious. Yeah, like why? Like literally.
He was pissed.
It's one thing, right? To get a penalty, and then you're mad at it or whatever, blah blah blah. But it's another thing too, when it's like nobody else got anything. Were you watching? Like, hello, maybe y'all should be paying attention to the road more instead of sending marshals out almost getting hit by Liam Lawson. Okay.
See, I've seen drivers complain before when in one race they pull a move and get a penalty, and then or a competitor pulls a move and doesn't. And like in a different race, a competitor pulls the same move and doesn't get a penalty. And you're like, between those, it's identical incidents. In one race, they get a penalty. In another race, they don't. I can understand complaining about that because you're like, well, then they're trying to make the argument for like consistent like stewardship from race to race and not having different stewards applying the rules differently or interpreting the rules and incidents differently in every race. I get that. But this is a clear-cut incidence of same race, incidents happening within minutes of each other, and the same stewards reviewing and seeing what's happening and applying the rules, and they just decided to apply them differently in different instances. And I'm like,
just like a single person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even like, that's more, I think, of what I'm like, get the penalty, whatever. Fine. Maybe
Lewis will get treated better in Brazil.
Oh,
they love him.
Are you kidding? Yeah. I had said that he's going to win here.
Yeah.
He's going to get a podium here because he got his first championship here. Brazil loves him. So
he's an honorary citizen.
The spirit of Senna is just going to wash through him, and he's going to get a podium.
Yeah. Brazil last year was nuts. So
yes.
Maybe.
Please, God. Senna.
You win.
Senna.
You will lose your mind if he gets a podium, or God forbid he wins.
I will
be hysterical tears.
I can't. Oh my God.
I feel like you'll like full on sob.
Yeah.
Like break down.
I mean, thinking about it makes me want to cry. It's like I'm literally going to cry right now. I'm just like, no, I literally. It's just.
I want this for him so bad.
It's so exhausting to watch somebody not get what they deserve every weekend. Just. Oh, it's too much. I can't handle it. Anyway. So when Lewis gets a podium or wins Brazil, you're welcome.
She manifested that shit.
Come on, Senna. Just wash over him. Got it.
Esteban Ocon added to the points haul for Haas with P9, so he got 2 points. And the team moved above Kick Sauber for 8th in the team's championship standings.
Yeah, good for them.
Speaking of Kick Sauber, rookie Gabriel Bortoleto finished in P10 for his 5th points finish of the season.
Yeah, he I think it was the last lap or towards the end of the race. He's like, sorry, Isaac. Overtook him.
Yep.
Bless.
Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso failed to finish in Mexico for the 3rd consecutive year.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy, actually.
I didn't know that. That's nuts.
Mexico hates him.
Mexico hates the Aston Martin then. There's clearly something. That's crazy. Adrian Newey's like, what the heck? Better fix that.
Nico Hülkenberg's DNF for Kick Sauber was his first official retirement of the season. He did not start in Italy and was disqualified in Bahrain.
Oh my God, that was forever ago, it feels like.
It's his first official retirement.
Why is it that we love Hülkenberg and we're talking how much we love him and then this happens and I'm like, are we cursing people by accident?
Us?
Yeah.
Me and you. I was going to say, like us collectively,
no, like
internet?
Me and you.
Oh.
Because we're like, we love Hülkenberg, he's underrated. And then he DNF'd. Like, but then at the same time, I said he was going to get a podium and he did. So what's happening?
You have to pay for, every good thing requires a sacrifice. So the DNF was the price you pay for the podium.
Okay. So what do
we have to pay for?
I feel like we've paid the whole year. What do we get? Help. Okay. We paid the whole year. The whole year we have paid our dues. So where's our reward? We are owed a miracle.
We are owed.
Yes.
I don't know which camera to look at.
Any of them. All of them. We are owed.
Look at yours. I'm not in front.
Yeah.
And that is the end of our fun facts.
I have 2 things. That virtual safety car. What the heck was that about? Like, they could have just kept the double yellow or whatever. Like, literally, why did we bother?
Yeah, so that was when Carlos Sainz had an issue.
Yeah, but
and he pulled off onto there's a little bit of runoff behind a barrier.
Yeah.
And so he mostly got the car behind it, but I think still a little bit of it was sticking out.
Yeah.
And it was also smoking. And so it was the smoke that required marshals. Like, he couldn't just leave the car parked up until the end of the race. And because it was also, if he had gotten it fully behind the barrier and no smoke, they would have just carried on. But it's because marshal intervention was needed due to the smoke that they were going to have to get out closer to the track.
From the way they threw their marshals in the middle of the road, I didn't think it would matter to them.
Literally, Liam Lawson. So separate incident.
Connected, but separate. Actually, not connected at all.
Liam Lawson he was separated from the main pack of
he had to pit.
Cars. Yeah. So the marshals run out onto the road to get some debris. And,
they're on turn 1, basically.
And Liam is coming up, and they are literally, it looks like they ran out. They saw him and ran out in front of him is what it looks like. And they weren't running fast. And these cars are very fast. And so Liam's like, what the hell? I could have killed somebody. Like, what are they doing? And I'm just like, why? Why were they in the middle of the road?
Because they weren't looking at the track. Obviously, whoever sent them out did not realize that Liam had pitted.
Yes.
And that's ignorance.
If you're going to send a person...
Are these the people given penalties?
If you're going to send a person, a marshal, onto the track to clear debris, you had better know where every single car is on that track.
Yeah.
If I can have the F1 TV app pulled up with the tracker on it and know where all the cars are, why can't you?
No, literally.
Like, there's no excuse for that happening. That's just negligence on their part.
100%. Like, it's no reason for it. It was crazy.
Like, that could have ended so badly. Poor Liam.
Oh my God.
Like, could you imagine if he hit somebody and they were either injured or died?
Yeah, that's pretty traumatic. Like, that's horrible. Like, so that was just like ignorant.
That's got to be so scary when you're like, why are there people? There should not be people.
No, literally. I would also like to point out, I'm well aware that the marshals and stewards are not the same.
Yes.
I'm just saying. So I know what I said. But I was just trying to be funny.
Okay.
And then it made me sound kind of dumb. I know they're different.
You're like, I was making a joke.
I was supposed to be funny, and now I can hear it now. They're not this shit.
I was making a hee ha ha.
Right? Yeah, that was insane. So any kind of safety car on the last lap's lame.
Yeah, I literally was like, boo.
Yeah, boo. Because it's like, you could have just kept the double yellow situation. And then because they have to slow down. And you'd have to be driving the track backwards, basically, to even, like, where you're not going over there.
Yeah.
In any way, shape, or form, really. So it's just like, what the heck?
Yeah, and it really killed the momentum because Max was
he was gonna get it.
He was on the charge for second place. He was trying to take it from Charles, and I love to watch them battle it out.
He said, "Your man's up there."
Yeah, GP got on the radio and told Max, "Your man's up there. Go get him."
It just confirmed all of us that we're like, Max is obsessed with him.
Yeah, and then they get the double yellow, and apparently there's radio of Charles saying something about Max, and then he starts laughing when he sees the double yellow flags in the virtual safety car, where he's like, like, Max is gonna get me.
No, you're.
It's like, neater, you can't get me.
That's. Oh my God.
Yeah,
bless.
Too good.
It was just a really weird race. It was very odd, and as happy as I was also just distraught. Being a Ferrari, Lewis Hamilton fan's really hard.
Yeah.
So we will get into our rookie report. Kimi Antonelli, he qualified 6th. He finished 6th. So we got 8 points.
Yay!
Go, Kimi!
Woo!
So Kimi lost ground off the start and spent most of the race stuck in a DRS train behind Bearman, where dirty air made it difficult to stay close or attack. Mercedes swapped him and Russell mid-race to see if George could make any progress, but when neither of them could get through, they swapped back, and it pretty much was what it was. A later move to a 2-stop didn't help either, with a slow pit stop costing Kimi a place. In the end, he finished P6. So it just kind of was what it was. Isaac Hadjar, he qualified 9th, and he finished 13th, so no points. So Hadjar's race was compromised early by a small mistake on lap 1 that dropped him into traffic. The medium to soft strategy initially kept him in the points fight, but he only had used soft tires available for the final stint, leaving him without the grip to defend later on. So Bortoletto's charge on the fresher tires pushed him out of the points, and he eventually slipped to P13 as other drivers on newer rubber also came through. So interesting to know like how you decided to use those allocated tires throughout the weekend really can like affect your strategy. I thought that was really interesting. Franco Colapinto, he qualified 20th. He finished 16th. So no points.
I don't know what his future in F1 is going to be.
I 100% think he'll be there next year.
Okay.
I saw rumors online about it already. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's been weird because half the time when there's a rumor, I guess there's truth to it. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned before, he came in swinging last season.
I mean, he's in the worst car possible.
Yeah, that's true. He is in
The actual worst car. They're not developing it at all
No.
anymore. So, I mean, maybe
At
they're...
this point, is he just getting experience driving around the circuits?
Probably. And I'm assuming, like, I don't know simulation-wise what they're able to simulate, if they're able to do anything with the new car.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're able to kind of see how he's performing in the simulator with how the new car is supposed to perform. And maybe that's something they're taking into account as well. But, I mean, I actually don't know how their simulators work. But it would be interesting to know that. So... Colapinto and Gasly spent most of the afternoon running closely together as both Alpines lacked the pace to fight in the midfield. Starting on hards, Colapinto ran long, hoping to benefit from strategy swings, but the performance just wasn't there. A stronger final stint on softs brought him back towards his teammate, but P16 was the maximum on a tough day. That was it. That's just, yeah. Ollie Bearman, he qualified 10th, and he finished 4th, so 12 points!
Hey!
Bearman delivered his strongest F1 drive yet. He gained places at the start, pulled off a bold overtake on Verstappen, and briefly ran in podium territory. A second pit stop to protect track position dropped him to P4, but he held off Piastri late to secure his best career result. Ollie killed it. No notes.
10 out of 10.
Yep. Gabriel Bortoleto. He qualified 16th, and he finished 10th. So 1 point.
Woohoo!
Bortoleto executed an impressive recovery from P16, running long on mediums and switching to softs late to attack. With strong tire management and clean, decisive overtakes, he climbed into the points and grabbed P10, his first score since Monza, by passing Hajar on the closing laps. So he did good. Liam Lawson. Womp, womp.
Wah, wah, wah.
So he qualified 15th, and he did not finish the race, so he has a DNF, so no points. So,
And he, bright side, he didn't kill anybody.
that, glass half full.
Silver lining.
Yeah. So Liam's race effectively ended at turn 1 when contact caused heavy car damage. Although he pitted for repairs, the damage was too extensive to continue, forcing him to retire. A frustrating end to a weekend where his pace had looked encouraging. So, yeah. Now moving on to our no. Last but not least, our favorite rookie, Fernando Alonso.
He said, no.
I was like, wait, that's not how I say it. Fernando Alonso, he qualified 14th, and he also has a DNF, so no points. Alonso picked up minor front wing damage in the opening lap chaos and settled into the lower part of the field. Aston Martin didn't have the pace to move forward, and midway through the race, the team retired the car due to brake overheating issues, and they just did it as a precaution. It marked another difficult weekend without a chance to fight for points, and it also marked Alonso's 5th DNF of the season. But it's not his fault, so it's kind of like, when you DNF and it's not your fault, it's kind of like, well, what do you want me to do about it?
That just sucks. You know, if I was a driver and I DNF'd like early enough in the race, I'd probably just go to I'd do my whatever media, because they usually send you like straight to the media pen to talk about whatever you need to get it out of the way. And then I'd just go like hang out on the pit wall and be like, give me some headphone, like Carlos did when he DNF'd, and then so Alex was still racing and he went and just hopped on the pit wall and was like, do this.
Yeah.
I would at least do it just to observe. I feel like it would help you. I feel like knowing what they're seeing and the information they have can only help you to know what you need to be telling them as a driver.
Yeah, if I were to do that, I'm going to do what Kimi Räikkönen did if it's at Monaco, and I'm going to literally walk to my boat and get in a my hot tub and just drink and not care anymore because I'm over it. I'm going to walk there with my helmet on. I'm not talking to anybody. Leave me alone. Blah. That's what he says.
Blah.
Blah. So now we can talk about our best and worst. I mean, my best has to be Ollie Bearman. I'm super impressed with him. No notes, just, happy for him. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, he just had a good drive, and that's kind of is what it is.
Yeah, qualified 10th, finished 4th.
Yeah. I mean, he even battled Max Verstappen and survived. I think that's very impressive.
Yeah, the best finish of his career, tied for the best finish of Haas's career, existence as a constructor. So
yeah, like it's just amazing.
Crazy.
It just was.
My driver of the day, my best moment is Charles Leclerc. Because if a Ferrari's on the podium, there's no other option, especially when it's Charles Leclerc. I can't go back on that. If I were not to choose Charles, it would have been Lando because
Lando was my second.
He had
choice.
A perfect weekend, basically.
Yeah, I agree.
So he's my P2 and driver of the day.
Yeah, Lando would be mine as well.
Yeah.
Biggest letdown. So I put the stewards or Aston Martin, and I think just the whole thing, the marshals running out on track, the stewards giving people penalties, but not only certain people, not everybody. Or just the fact that Aston Martin just let me down, again with Alonso, because it's not like anything Alonso did.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I can't really think of somebody who just did poorly that I was just like, what the heck? So
my biggest letdown was Lewis Hamilton.
You know what?
Because
that's all we have for today.
We were poised he started P3. We were poised for a double Ferrari podium. And then what happened, and then he finished P8. And that's just the biggest letdown. It may not necessarily be 100% his fault. It might 100% be his fault. He got a penalty. You have said you don't think it's not that the penalty wasn't deserved. You're not saying he didn't deserve the penalty, but other people should have gotten penalized too. I'm just saying he did what he did. He got penalized for it and then ended up P8. And that was a letdown for me because we could have had a dream double Ferrari podium. And that did not happen. So I was let down.
I'm not giving you any Checkers fries now. So I hope you're going to starve.
I'm going to starve. No food for... and none for Gretchen Wieners.
Never Gretchen Wieners. No, okay. All right, so our next race teaser. We have round 21 is the Formula One MSC Cruises Gran Premio de Sao Paulo at the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace? Why don't you just say it?
You did great. I thought that sounded good.
I don't feel like I did.
That sounded great.
Also, it's known as
the Brazilian Grand Prix, and the circuit is known as Interlagos.
Thank you. Yeah, that's where Interlagos is pretty much everybody calls it though.
Yeah.
So something to note: this was a sprint race last year, and it is going to be a sprint race this year. So last year's sprint race podium, we had Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, and Charles Leclerc. Last year's main race podium was nuts. We had Max Verstappen, who had that amazing drive in the rain.
Came from all the way behind. He like P18, I think it was, and just charged the whole field. Was fearless and just did the damn thing.
Mm-hmm. And then we had Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly, so both Alpines last year on the podium, which was nuts.
And that was all because it was a rainy race.
Mm-hmm.
It was just terrible. Conditions were super hard to see. Is this the one where one of the drivers said, "I'm not trying to die"? Or was that earlier this year?
No, that would have been... That was not this year. That was Oliver Bearman.
Was he in Brazil last year?
Is that the race? No, he had to take over for... No, but I thought it was Ollie that said that when he said, "I'm not trying to die."
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was Oliver Bearman, but I thought he was in a Haas. Was he... Was Kevin sick once?
Yes. He had a race ban.
But Brazil's not the race he did that at.
Kevin Magnussen had a race ban.
Yeah, he did, but we already had the race that Ollie did for him because it was Ollie's because we already talked about it. I remember us talking about it. But I swear it was Ollie that said he didn't want to die. I swore it was him. But I remember Kevin Magnussen got sick later too, I think, where he didn't feel good.
He drove for Haas at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, substituting for Kevin Magnussen, who fell ill.
Okay.
You're correct.
I'm like, no, that's not the race ban one, but I think, okay.
But yes, he was filling in for Kevin Magnussen.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure Ollie's like, "I don't want to die." Yeah, and we were like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, that was okay. I'm not Mr. Because I was like, why do I think it's Ollie? I have it in my head because he sounded terrified for his life. And was like, "I'm not trying to die."
Yeah.
Because the visibility was so bad.
Mm-hmm.
The rain was so heavy. The spray off the cars, it was impossible for them to see. You see clips of their onboards and you're like, there's no way I couldn't drive in that going 50 miles an hour on, a highway, much less going as fast as they're trying to go on that track in those cars. It's crazy.
It was crazy. So here's some quick little track stats. The first GP was held in 1973. It is 71 laps long. The circuit length is 4.309 kilometers, which is about 2.67 miles. The race distance is 305.939 kilometers, which is about 190.1 miles. Let me tell you, finding out what the race lap record and the qualifying lap record, all that was really hard. Just because apparently the track has renamed itself multiple times, so going off technicalities. But the race lap record is held by Valtteri Bottas, which he set in 2018 at 1 minute and 10.540 seconds. And the qualifying lap record is held by Lewis Hamilton, which was also set in 2018, which is 1 minute and 7.281 seconds. And it has 2 DRS zones. So, what is this track like? It is a historic counterclockwise roller coaster with big elevation changes and a twisty middle section. The long uphill straight rewards efficiency, but most teams try to run a compromise toward medium to high downforce to stay quick through the infield. Sao Paulo's weather is notoriously can change in the blink of an eye, so rain and mixed conditions are always at play. And I can say I feel like every race I have watched, even the older races, because I've been watching older seasons, every time they get to Brazil, it's raining. I'm like, has it ever been sunny? I couldn't tell you. So the tire compound and the strategy. So Pirelli is bringing the C2, the C3, and the C4. It's a step harder than last year because last year the degradation, I guess, was pretty rough because they had recently resurfaced it. So they learned their lesson. So they are doing the C2, the C3, and the C4. And I guess it's going to depend on the weather. We could probably expect a 2-stop just depending on the temperatures and what the weather's going to be like. But you could look at a 1-stop. But honestly, I don't know that we're going to know what we're looking at until the weather happens because you just don't know. Now, all we really care about is, can we overtake? And the answer is yes. Interlagos is one of the best passing tracks. The main moves come into turn 1, which is also known as the Senna S, and again at turn 4 after the DRS run down the back straight. The short lap also makes traffic and undercuts very powerful, so track position and pit timing matters a lot. So because the track is smaller, the pack can kind of stay a little bunched up together better. Mm-hmm. And also you're running into traffic, so that's also going to be, it'll be interesting. I'm still pulling for Lewis. That's just me. But I say it every time. But this is a special track for him, though. Mm-hmm. Lots of magical things have happened here.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that this is it. I feel like we've paid our dues.
So with this being a counterclockwise track, does that mean the pit lane will be like on the opposite side for the drivers? Because normally,
it would have to be.
Their garages, when they pull into the pit lane, the garages are on their right side. Mm-hmm. So everyone's coming out when they do the changing the tires. They come out from the driver's right side. So does that mean now that the pit lane will be and garages will be on the driver's opposite side and come from the left? Because that would mess me up. Because
it's already like they said it was really hard on their bodies just because it's like not really what they're used to.
Because it's pulling them the opposite way with like the G forces and that would make sense. I would be used to pulling into the garage a very particular way, going to the right. Like it's almost automatic that you have to think about it to do it the opposite way.
Yeah, you're going into the left.
Yeah, so if it's on the opposite side, they'll have to pull into the left. That's nuts. That would throw me all the way off.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be interesting. I'm like, this race excited me, Mexico, but it also devastated me. I'm really ready for Brazil, and I'm ready for some magic. I'm ready for that Senna magic because we've talked about it before. Senna is a figure that
it's like mythic.
Yeah, but it's like even though he's not here, he is here. Mm-hmm. Like his like spirit and essence just breathes life into the sport, and you can definitely feel that every time they go to Brazil. So I'm hoping that energy just I need that for Lewis. But yeah, because that wraps it up. So, why can't I even think? Oh, but I'd like to say I'm definitely loving the engagement. So thank you to everybody who has commented, who has subscribed, who has liked. Love it. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe because it definitely helps us and makes us feel really good because we've been doing this a while and we don't normally get good attention. If we do get attention, half the time it's just people telling us to stop talking. So Anyway,
we refuse to stop.
Yeah, we're not going to.
We will never stop.
No. So anyway, we will talk to you guys after Brazil. Bye.